So I started Miller IP Law with kind of a simple focus. I wanted to start a law firm that focused on startups and small businesses that really tailored to them. In the beginning of my career, I worked with some of the bigger law firms and a lot of different boutiques and law firms of different sizes, and kind of felt that they were law firms that wanted to focus on the big clients, the big one, the big companies, the name recognition and everything else. But for me, the enjoyment and the fun of intellectual property, of patents and trademarks, was working with startups and small businesses. So as I started Miller IP Law, it was kind of with those focuses. And so the way I went about setting that up was really a few-fold. One was that we wanted to make the law firm approachable. So you can see very seldom we wear shirts and ties. We usually a little bit more dressed down and casual. When that's so that we're approachable, that you feel like that we're not trying to be lawyers or trying to be on a different plane or a different level. Another thing that we set up with the Miller IP Law was to focus on family, was to focus on allowing the attorneys and the employees to have a life outside of the law firm, which really made a difference for when they were at the law firm and when they were able to come into work and have that life balance. And so we set that up. And then to focus on the startups and small businesses, we did that. We don't have elegant offices. We have good, nice offices that we can work in, but we're looking at ways that we can make it so that we have competitive rates. We can do flat fees and allow startups and small businesses not have to pay the big law firm prices, but to get the same experience. And so we actually set Miller IP Law up in Mountain Green, Utah. It's kind of nobody usually knows where that is, but that's by Park City, kind of between Park City and Ogden, up near Snow Basin. And it was really with the idea that we would go for a small town feel. We would make it an approachable law firm. We would keep the overhead low, and that way we could help the startups and small businesses that oftentimes want patents and trademarks that can't afford the big law firm prices. So a few of the other things that we did when I was setting up Miller IP Law was I wanted to really focus in on what I could do different that would be helpful to startups and small businesses. So one of the things that I did as I set up the firm was that I don't charge for any questions, neither myself or any of the attorneys at the firm. If you have a question, you can give us a call, shoot us an email, and we don't charge for any questions. Legal work we charge for, but questions we never do. The other thing that we did is I set it up that we do free strategy sessions. So one of the issues that a lot of times startups and small businesses is they're a little bit hesitant to go into an attorney because they always charge you every time you meet with them, and they don't know if they need patents or trademarks, but it almost says, hey, I don't know if I need this. I don't want to go spend several $100s just to be told I don't need this. So we do a free strategy session. We sit down with the need face to face, and we talk through what are your options, what you may consider, what that cost may be, and what the timing may be. The last thing that we do as well for startups and small businesses is we make it easily understandable as far as what the cost is. So we do flat fees for almost all of our work. You know how much it's going to cost before you get into it. There's no hidden charges. We don't have anything that pop up. So you can say, okay, this is how much it's going to cost to do this matter, to file a patent application, file a trademark. You can do that. You'll know what it costs you. You know what, from start to finish, what the process is going to be. When we approach a client or we sit down with them, we do a knee-to-knee, face-to-face. We want to help them every step along the way to know what they're doing and why they're doing it. So we kind of have the heart of a teacher, where we want them to know why they're doing things rather than just going to an attorney and being asked to trust them. So each time we sit down with them, we help them understand each step along the way, and so they make good and understanding decisions. So that's kind of a quick introduction to Miller IP Law and a few things that we stand for.